Hi, Neil. Leonard here with Financier SEO. I came across your website and I saw a few things you can improve upon to really help build your web presence and use your website as a tool to increase your site traffic and to get more potential clients. So I have broken down this video into, let's say, three different parts. The first, I will focus on your website. The second, I will focus on some of the more technical elements of your website. And for the third part, I'll review what's called off-page SEO or backlinks. So I'm here on your website now, as you can see. So let's go to the home page. And I really like the video that you showed when someone first lands on your website. I think you're definitely ahead of the curve in that regard because that's a great way for potential clients to learn more about you and really get a feel for if you'll be a good fit for their personality. I think video it's so much more powerful than text, and obviously you see the importance there. Now, as far as your website, I'll look through the pages. I love the design, very different, very unique compared to other financial advisors. One thing that you want to keep in mind are what's called your page titles or title tags. And so right here you can see I this little box that popped up here, that's your title tag for your home page. And in your title tags, you always want to include two elements. The first is your firm's name, which you have here already, and the second is your whatever you want to target that page for. So for your home page, you maybe want to target a phrase like Tempe Wealth Management or Tempe Financial Advisor or Tempe Wealth Counsel. And you want to make sure whichever phrase that is, that it's somewhere in this title tag. So for your home page, I would have intrinsic wealth counsel, then have the little pipe symbol, and that's this little symbol here. Keyboard's not cooperating. So yeah, your little pipe symbol here, and then have something like Tempe Wealth Management or Tempe Wealth Manager. And this does two things. First, it definitely helps with your branding. And second, you want people to be able to find you on Google for that search phrase, Tempe Wealth Management. And by including it in your page title, not only are you telling Google exactly what your web page is about, but you're also telling them, you're telling your potential clients what your page is about. So how a title tag shows up in the search results, and this is actually for one of your competitors. This is the title tag. So for your home page, it would be something like intrinsic wealth counsel, then the little pipe symbol, then Tempe wealth management. And that tells a potential client or lead that you're exactly what they're looking for and that you're local to the area. And really, that's the same for many pages on your website. So we go to the our services page, for example. I would, maybe be more specific than our services. So maybe something like wealth management services and Tempe wealth management services, something like that. That's really specific, and that not only will tell Google exactly what your page is about, but will also tell potential clients what your page is about if they find you in Google search results. Because you have to think about this. Our services that can be applied to any service-based business. So you want to make sure that you're as specific as possible. And yeah, so that would be, if we were to work together, that would be one area that I can help out with. The second thing for your website, you see here, there's a message that says not secure. And if you click on it, I'm using a Chrome browser. If you click on it, It's telling me you should not enter any sensitive information on this site, for example, passwords or credit cards, because it could be stolen by attackers. Now, from what I can tell from your website, you're not selling a product or anything like that. And you're not asking your clients for their credit card information. So there's no issue there. But really, this is more of just a trust issue. Uh, Potential clients are going to you or contacting you to manage their wealth. And if there's this big message on a website that says not secure, then that definitely takes away from the trust that you're trying to build with your website. And the reason why this message is showing up is that you are not using a SSL certificate. And typically, this is something that you can purchase through your hosting. With our hosting plan, we do install that SSL certificate. So that's definitely something you want to keep in mind if you're ever looking to improve your website. The third thing I've noticed on your website, there's no type of blog, and I'm not sure if that's your intention. You don't want to blog or put out any content, but I definitely recommend that you at least put out some fresh content at least once a month. Not only is that a site ranking factor, but it's also a great way to get more placements in Google and get more ways for people to find you if they're searching for wealth management services in the Tempe area. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend creating that blog, but also building what's called branded properties on different social media sites and also different social bookmarking sites. So, social bookmarking site is basically a branded site that's a third party site, but you can use that site to put out your content under your name, Intrinsic Wealth Counsel. And we could set this up where you could syndicate this content so that as soon as you post it to your website, it automatically is posted to those third-party sites. So that's something that I think could definitely take your web presence to the next level. And even if you are looking for clients outside of Tempe, having putting out your content in different places can definitely help with that. All goes back to building trust with your potential clients. So that's your website. Now I will get into the more technical elements. So the first thing, and this is really important, this is Google's mobile friendly tool. And basically it tests your website to make sure that it's usable on mobile devices such as mobile phones and tablets. And you can see here, this is your website URL, and it's coming back as not mobile friendly. And this is a major ranking factor. So just fixing this, you can see your website jump up in the search rankings and even maybe onto page one. Another thing, just from a usability standpoint. So let's say you had a hot prospect, they landed on your website, but they're using their mobile phone. Just because it might be difficult for them to use, they might get frustrated and say, "Hey, I'm tired of dealing with this website. Let me see what else is out there. What other providers are out there?" Um, and consumers in 2017 they're very fickle like that. So you have to make sure that you're not giving them a reason or you're not steering them away for any reason. So definitely this would be an area of priority if we were to work together. The next tool, the next screen here are your results from your page speed insights. So again, this is a tool from Google. And really how this tool works, again, I input your URL and it gives me a score out of a scale of 100 on how fast your website loads. So you can see it gives you a score for your desktop version of your website, and it also gives you a score for your mobile version. And you can see here for your desktop version, it's a 42 out of 100. For your mobile version, it's a 34 out of 100. And I really like to see these scores at least in the 80 range. So you can see there's a lot of area for improvement there. But you can also see Google gives you some tips on how you can improve the score. Now, what's not included here, and if you're looking for that one improvement that will generate 80% of the results, I would definitely consider switching your hosting. I've worked with clients where just a simple hosting change to a more high quality hosting company, a faster hosting company, these scores can jump 30 or 40 points, almost overnight. So definitely that's something to consider. We do offer a hosting package where, if I understand correctly, you're using WordPress, and we partner with a preferred hosting company for WordPress websites. So that'll definitely help improve the page speeds here. And then again, this is also a search ranking factor. Poor load speeds, they can definitely affect your rankings, but also again usability. Someone who may be doing some research during their lunch break at work, they may not want to sit there and wait for your website to load. They might become impatient. So you definitely don't want to make that a reason why they exit your website while contacting you. So just something to consider there. Now for the last part of this video, I'm going to focus on your off-page SEO. And really, that breaks down into two different categories. First, your citations and business listings, and second, your backlinks. Now, starting with your business listings and citations, I'll plug your website into a tool called Moz Local. And basically, what this tool does is scan the web for different mentions of your website on different business listings, and it gives you a score based on how complete those listings are, if they're consistent, and if there are duplicates out there. So you can see you have a score of 50 out of 100 here. And if I look at these, you can consider these are your areas for improvement. It looks like the biggest area of improvement are incomplete listings. So for several of these listing websites, you don't have any listing. Um, so definitely that's something, a big area of improvement. And then for some of the websites where you do have listings, you're missing information. So you can see this little red bubble here that indicates that you're missing some photos. The little bubble next to the bulleted list means that you're mixing some pertinent information on that listing website. So you want to make sure that you claim those listings and you update the information so that you have a complete listing. So that's really, the bulk of the improvement. You also have some inconsistent listings. So for some reason your listing on super pages has the right firm name, the correct address, but for some reason it's linking to Delta Ventures Online. Maybe that's your old website URL, but you want to make sure that's updated to reflect your current website URL, Intrinsic Wealth Counsel. And then finally, you have some duplicates out there. So looks like you have two Google Plus pages, one with Delta Ventures, the other with Intrinsic Wealth Counsel. And I also noticed that these are in Mesa, Arizona. Your address that's listed in Google is in Tempe. So you definitely want to clean these things up. Because not only does this confuse the Google search engine and other search engines, having these different listings can be confusing. So that takes away from your credibility as a legitimate business. And that might sound crazy, but Google is still a robot, and it can't discern that, okay, there's just an inaccuracy here. It thinks that maybe you have a business at this address, maybe you have one here, maybe you have one here. And that also can be confusing for your potential clients if you have different business addresses listed out there on the web. So definitely this would be, after we fix the on-page and technical issues, this would be an area of focus. Now finally, I'll get into what are called backlinks. And you'll see here, this can be broken down into referring domains and to backlinks. And I've compared your website, your backlink profile, with several of your competitors. You can see here you're actually ranking number two among the competitors that I've compared you against or your website against. So you have 14 referring domains and 25 backlinks. Now, the difference between referring domains and backlinks, I think, can be illustrated in a simple real life example. So let's say that you ran for class president in high school and you had a great friend, he voted for you 100 times. Whereas with your opponent, he had 100 friends who voted for him one time each. So obviously, your opponent's going to win because those 100 votes from 100 different people are weighted more heavily than those 100 votes from your one friend. And it works the same way with referring domains and backlinks. You can think of referring domains as your friends online who are linking to your website, and then your backlinks as the number of votes that those people or those websites have sent your way. So for your website, intrinsicwealthcounsel.com, you have 14 friends online or referring domains, and they've voted for your website 25 times. So you can see here there's a big area of opportunity. Your next competitor, continuumwealth.com, they have 113. So that's almost 100 more friends online than you have. So definitely, we want to make sure that we catch up to them. But we want to make sure that we get backlinks from highly authoritative sources and highly relevant sources. And we want to make sure where possible that those are geo-targeted. So example would be if there's a financial advice blog based in Tempe or based in that area, that general vicinity, then you want to make sure that that would be a good target for your backlink campaign. Now you might be wondering, okay, johnsonplan.com and teampinnacle.net, they have less referring domains than you, but they're still outranking you for Tempe Wealth Management and similar terms. Well, this is where backlink building can become really nuanced. Um, let's say, for example, again, you have a backlink from a local blogger in Tempe, while the firm johnsonplan.com, they have a backlink from Forbes.com or Entrepreneur.com or a major publication that gets a lot of traffic. Well, in Google's eyes and other search engines' eyes, those websites have more authority than your local blogger in Tempe. And since they have more authority, those backlinks are going to be weighted more heavily. And so that's really where you can kill more birds with less stones. That's a terrible analogy, but I think you get the point there. So that brings me to the end of the video. Again, my name is Leonard Parker. I am the owner of Financier SEO. We are a digital marketing agency that specializes in working with financial advisors, helping them build their web presence, get more traffic and qualified leads through their website, and also help them maintain strong relationships with their current clients. We're based in Houston, Texas, but on my team I have employees from all over the world. And SEO is in our name, but we also focus on social media marketing. We focus on content marketing, so blogging. We also focus on pay-per-click advertising on Google and Facebook. We can also help out with website design and development, or if there are any technical issues with your website, that's definitely something that we can help with. And we also build lead generation funnels for our clients. I have personally about 6 or 7 years of experience working in digital marketing, and of those 6 or 7 years, 6 to 7 months working specifically with financial advisors and financial services professionals. I saw on your About Us page that you have served with the FPA of Greater Phoenix. So I actually, I'm currently on the communications committee for the FPA of Greater Phoenix, and I'm helping them really in two areas. One, helping out with their social media strategy for 2017 and and beyond. And also, I'm leading their website redesign efforts. So definitely, I'm sure we know some of the same people from the committee. So I was really excited to see that. More a little bit about my why. I learned at an early age the importance of being financially literate. And being financially literate, that's helped me be able to go to college. I went to top-notch school, Stanford, graduated without any student debt, and I was able, I'm in my late 20s, I was able to start a business also while going into debt. And really, I owe just being educated about financial matters and knowing how to save and really build my financial legacy for my future family, and just really being able to give that gift to my parents and my younger family members. I think that really helps, and I think there are definitely people out there who have more wealth, but they don't know what to do with it. And that's really, why I started this agency, helping connect those people with wealth managers and financial advisors, such as yourself, that can really help them establish that financial legacy. So that's really my why and why I started with Financier SEO. Digital marketing allows me to help financial advisors and wealth managers connect with more of those people who need them. So that brings me to the end of the video. At the bottom of this page, I included a link to my appointment booking system. If you would like to chat about anything related to your digital marketing efforts, or just, I would love the opportunity to learn more about intrinsic wealth, your background, and, kind of what are some things that you have tried with digital marketing and how they worked out for you. So feel free to book some time. Other than that, thanks for watching the video, Neil, and have a great day. Take care.